Welcome, friends, to Messages of Love with Reverend Darrell, a space where we pause, breathe, and let God's love speak to our hearts. I'm grateful you're here with me today. Today we're going to talk about joy that rises in the morning. There are seasons in life when the night feels long, moments when sorrow sits heavy on the heart. Times when we wonder if joy will return. And yet, Scripture gives us a promise, not a possibility, not a wish, but a promise that joy does return. It rises, it renews, it comes back to us like the morning light. Psalm 30, verse 5 says, "Weeping may stay for the night, but joy comes in the morning." This verse doesn't deny the reality of our pain. It acknowledges it. It tells the truth. There are nights of weeping, nights of uncertainty, nights when we feel overwhelmed or alone. But the verse doesn't end there. It turns our eyes toward hope, toward the God who brings joy back into our lives even after the longest night. So let's explore this together. Joy is not the absence of struggle. It's the presence of God joy. Doesn't mean everything is perfect. Joy doesn't mean we never feel sadness. Joy means God is with us, right in the middle of whatever we're facing. Joy is the quiet assurance that we are held. Joy is the gentle whisper that God is working. Joy is the light that breaks through even when the night feels endless. God's joy is resilient. Joy rises. It doesn't stay buried. It doesn't stay gone. Sometimes joy returns softly, like the first hint of sunrise. Other times it comes suddenly, like a burst of warmth after a cold night. But it comes because God is faithful. Your night may feel long, but morning is already on its way. And joy often begins in small moments. We sometimes expect joy to arrive in big, dramatic ways, but often joy begins in the small things. A kind word, a moment of laughter, a memory that warms the heart, a quiet moment with God, a sunrise that reminds you of His faithfulness. Joy grows when we notice God's goodness in the everyday moments. And joy is a gift, not something we have to earn. You don't have to work for joy. You don't have to pretend everything is fine to deserve it. Joy is a gift from a loving God who delights in lifting your spirit. Even when you feel weary, God's joy is reaching toward you. Even when you feel unworthy, God's joy is still yours. So as you move through this week, I want to invite you to look for one small moment of joy. It might be quiet, it might be simple, but it will be real. Let that moment remind you that God is still with you, still working, still bringing light into your life. Your night will not last forever. Joy is rising, even now. Thank you for spending this time with me today on Messages of Love with Reverend Darrell. Remember, you are loved, you are accepted, and you are never walking this path alone. Until next time, may God's love surround you, uplift you, and guide your every step.